WXCO 98.9, Wausau's real news and great conversation. Here's your Daily News Roundup.
For WXCO News, I'm Isabella Nieto. Enrollment for healthcare through the marketplace ended yesterday, and without action from Congress, millions across the country will see a spike in premium prices in 2026. Premium tax credits through the Affordable Care Act help low- and middle-income families pay for their health insurance. Jeffrey Oswald is a family physician and medical director at the Wausau Free Clinic, which provides low-income and uninsured patients free primary care services. He says they have already seen an increase in patients annually since they opened in 2018.
Every year we've grown by about 25 to 50% more patients, and that's no different this year. We're up about 40% when compared to last year.
Oswald says if the tax credits expire, it would have a significant impact on the number of people eligible for care at the free clinic.
I think if there's a large influx of patients that need our services, it may take a while to get in. I can't speak for what that will be. I suspect it may be anywhere from 2 to 4 months.
The Wausau Free Clinic is a volunteer-run operation, and they're only open 2 half-days a week.
We definitely feel that there'll be more and more people that need our services. We just don't know if we can offer any more time slots for those people to come in. So we're very worried about what will happen if those subsidies aren't approved.
The U.S. Senate last week failed to advance 2 competing proposals aimed at addressing the coming lapse in coverage. Oswald says letting the tax credits expire would be catastrophic.
We're really concerned that there'll be so many individuals that need our services that we won't be able to be available to everybody who needs our services.
The U.S. House now takes up the issue, but both chambers are set to adjourn until January on Friday. The Northwoods Policy Network announced its launch last week. Maddie Schaefer has more.
The newly established policy and advocacy nonprofit was formed to advocate for the Northwoods. Executive Director Paul Sheckelman is a doctoral candidate at Missouri State University's School of Defense and Strategic Studies. He says the group was formed after conversations with the community about the need for a collective voice for the Northwoods' interests.
We're working in anything from conservation, sporting, and natural resources to energy, local governance, manufacturing, new technology opportunities that are coming up with just the changing economy. Kind of everything that'll touch a local community and its future is what we want to be able to work on.
He says the goal is to create a stronger voice in statewide decisions on growth, investment, and Wisconsin's economic future. The founding board includes Sheckelman, along with Ben Dryden, founder of the Dryden Wire, who's the communications director, and Adam Jarchow, a lawyer and former state lawmaker from Balsam Lake. According to a statement, the network plans to produce unique research, develop bold and targeted policies, share stories of success and challenge, and elevate the voices of residents who believe in the potential of the Northwoods. Sheckelman adds that part of the group's work will be helping residents understand how statewide policies affect the Northwoods.
A lot of it will be doing the long and complicated reading that, simply people don't have time for. What's actually in some of these bills, or what's in, why are certain policies this way, or why things happen. And then relating it back to how would I have this conversation with my dad or my neighbor.
He adds that the Northwoods Policy Network is open to residents, business owners, students, and community leaders.
The Wisconsin Department of Transportation is working on a new initiative to reduce wrong-way vehicle crashes. According to DOT officials, wrong-way crashes are not nearly as common as other crashes, but are often more severe. Through the initiative, the Department of Transportation installed 10 wrong-way driver alert systems across the state, which notify the DOT and law enforcement of wrong-way drivers for a faster response. The Lee Yawkey Woodson Art Museum is hosting a trivia night this week. On Thursday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., the museum's first trivia night will test your knowledge on a range of areas, including feathered facts, art history, and pop culture. Form a team and compete for prizes. Light refreshments and snacks will be provided. Registration is not required, and the event is free to attend. The museum is also currently showing their 50th Birds and Art exhibition until January 4th. For more information on the trivia night or on current exhibitions, visit lywam.org. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources is accepting nominations for the 2025 Wisconsin Ethical Hunter Award. Established in 1997, the award recognizes a licensed Wisconsin hunter who demonstrates exceptional ethics, character, and respect for others while in the field. Examples of ethical actions include helping other hunters locate lost game or equipment, mentoring new hunters, or protecting natural resources. Anyone, including hunters or non-hunters, may nominate a licensed Wisconsin hunter for actions taken during the 2025 calendar year. Nominations must be submitted by January 31st and can be sent in by mail or email to the Wisconsin DNR. I'm Isabella Nieto for WXCO News.
It's the Packers and the Bears. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. When the Packers play the Bears Saturday night in Chicago, it'll be to regain the lead in the NFC North. The Bears now back in first place after beating the Browns. The Packers losing to the Broncos and losing Micah Parsons. An MRI confirmed he suffered a torn ACL. Parsons likely won't be back until October, missing the first 4 games of next season. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes had his ACL surgery last night. Doctors say they also had to repair a torn LCL as well. Women's college volleyball, the Wisconsin Badgers headed to Kansas City, where they'll play number 1 ranked Kentucky in the NCAA Final Four Thursday night, 8 p.m. Coverage on ESPN.
You got incredible talent, great coaching staffs. We played together in one of the toughest environments in the game. I'm excited for them to experience what's next because it's pretty cool.
That's Badgers volleyball coach Kelly Sheffield. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
It is going to be mostly cloudy today with a high in the mid to upper 30s this afternoon and basically just a light breeze here across the region. Tonight, partly to mostly cloudy. We're going to drop into the teens. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high in the mid 30s. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable.
That's your Wausau News Roundup from WXCO. Find more news anytime at WXCO.FM. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts.